This is Rudkowski of WeAreChange.org here in New York City at Union Square at the National Day of Protest Against Police Brutality. In the United States, the facts don't lie. Crime has been going down for decades, but the prison population has been rising. The United States is the biggest prison population in the world, and one of the people affected by this police state is Cecily McMillan. She went through a very horrible situation at Occupy Wall Street. I was there. I witnessed it myself. Cecile was beat up by the police department severely, where to the point where she was seizuring. She was then arrested after being beat up by the police, and actually went to Rikers Island and went to jail for this, for protesting and expressing your First Amendment right. Now, Cecile, can you tell us what happened to you and what your current situation is right now?
Yeah, I was attempting to follow the orders of the police that night to leave the park. It was also St. Patrick's Day, so I was dressed in a really obnoxious green outfit. I remember talking to my father earlier that day saying, there's no way I'm going to get arrested in this. And it was maybe 3 or 4 steps away from the exit of the park when I was ripped up from behind at the breast, thrown backwards, and then flung to the ground. Subsequently, I was beaten. It's shown on the video. I don't have any memory of it. By about half a dozen police officers, kicked and beaten with batons, until it seems like from blunt force I suffered a series of petit mal seizures, then disappeared for 40 hours without being able to contact a lawyer, handcuffed hands and feet to a gurney with my skirt above my waist, sexually harassed by the officers after being sexually assaulted over 2 years later, in a kangaroo court situation where the judge, who's called a prosecutor in robes, edited out a verdict of guilty, and I was sentenced to Rikers for 58 days for literally being sexually assaulted and then jumped by police.
It was an insane situation. I know you recently had another court hearing, and then you were not given even more jail time. It's an insane situation. I was there. I was outraged on what I saw personally. It's insane. But how has this situation changed your life? Where are you right now, and where has this changed your activism?
Sure. When I was released from Rikers, I said, I went in with one movement, and I came back a part of another. I realized in my time there, being only, one of a handful of white folks, really most of them half Latino like me, in Rikers, that the police brutality and the political repression that we faced at Zuccotti for a couple of months is the entire reality of the lives that these women live with. I mean, it is genocide. I mean, we have what we are starting to refer to as a 6th borough, Rikers Island, with an entire underclass that has completely been silenced, has no way of being treated like human beings, gets out, is on probation, and then is sent back in rapid order. I mean, it's obscene. And so, it's really opened my eyes and made me understand that in order to build a cohesive 99%, a class-based movement, we've got to start to look out for each other and work together. And so right now, in addition to helping to organize for this mass day of action against mass incarceration, we're also working on a hashtag Resist Rikers campaign, where we vowed to show up in rallies in doubling number, up to 12,000, one person per each prisoner being held there, until our demands are met for humane conditions. Just because people are facing trial, just because people have been allegedly convicted of crimes does not mean that they're not human beings. And that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah. The prison industrial complex is a very strong complex, and I'm happy there's people like you giving a voice to the voiceless, because a lot of times people in prison are automatically ostracized and not given a voice at all. But being here today at the National Day Against Police Brutality, what do you hope this accomplishes? Where do you hope this goes? What do you think we could achieve together here today?
I mean, I think that the public